Hello everyone! We are Group 12 from SIX1015. And today we'd like to present you a short video titled Your Daily Life's Silent Guest, How Microplastics Invades. Hope you enjoy! Good morning, class.
Good morning.
Alright, let's get started with our class today. So back in 2015, the United Nations introduced something called the Sustainable Development Goals, or SDG. You can think of this as a roadmap to better protecting our environment as well as taking care of people. These goals focus on areas like peace, prosperity, fighting poverty, environmental protection, and reducing inequality. Now, one major issue clearly connected to these goals is microplastic pollution. So, Kelly, when you hear the word microplastics, what comes to your mind? Maybe broken off plastic pieces that you can actually see. Maybe broken off plastic pieces that we can actually see. Yeah, that's what most people think. But in reality, microplastics are usually so tiny that you can only see them using special tools. So microplastics usually come from larger plastic items that break down over time and are in oceans and rivers. Interesting. And here's the shocking part. According to United Nations, there are about 51 trillion particles of microplastics in the ocean right now. If nothing changes, by 2050, almost all of our seafood will be contaminated by microplastic pieces. Look at this. So, Kylie, I'd like you to look into this further. Okay? Please find out how microplastics enter the body, okay, how they affect human health, and how they impact the environment. Okay, so look into this, and next class we'll discuss your findings. Okay? Okay. Alright.
I started digging, really digging, and wow, microplastics are everywhere. The two main ways they get into our bodies are breathing them in or eating them. Airborne particles like dust or tiny fibers from synthetic clothes can go into your nose, lungs, or ingested food. Even though a particle is called a microplastic if it's smaller than 5 millimeters, it has to be less than 1 micrometer to actually get into the bloodstream. Microplastics have been detected in tap water, seafood, and crops grown in contaminated soil. Everyday items such as plastic containers, cooking utensils, non-stick pans can also release tiny plastics into our food, especially when heated or scratched. And once inside, they can cause chronic inflammation, oxidative stress that damages cells, proteins, and DNA, and increase risk of cancer, heart disease, and diabetes. They can even mess with our hormones, affecting growth, reproduction, mood, and metabolism.
Microplastics don't only affect us, they're everywhere in nature too. In marine environments, many sea creatures mistake microplastics for food and end up ingesting them. What happens is that microplastics move up the food chain, eventually ending up on our plates. So even coral reefs are affected. Microplastics can accumulate on coral surfaces and within reef systems, increasing stress and contributing to physical damage. These reefs have taken thousands of years to form, yet they can be weakened in a much shorter time. And when coral reefs are damaged, the effects spread beyond just the reefs themselves. Entire ecosystems are affected, along with food chains, marine tourism, and the coastal communities that depend on healthy oceans for their livelihoods. And it's not just the ocean. Microplastics are also found in soil, rivers, and even in the air in cities. Birds, insects, and farm animals ingest these particles, allowing contamination to spread through land-based ecosystems as well. In some coastal communities, fishing communities as well, they rely heavily on seafood for both income and daily sustenance. So microplastic pollution therefore threatens not only environmental health, but also human health and economic sustainability.
Thank you, Kelly. Exactly. And on the policy and technology side, there are already global and national responses to this. So these include initiatives such as the UN Plastics Treaty, bans on microbeads and certain single-use plastics, as well as corporate recycling programs. So at the same time, technological approaches such as bioremediation, improved filtration systems are being explored as ways to reduce existing plastic pollution. So in Malaysia, for example, several measures have already been implemented, which includes banning single-use plastics, applying taxes on certain products, and as well as promoting the 3R initiative: reuse, reduce, and recycle. So this is incredibly necessary for us to reduce environmental pollution. However, if you think about the years of accumulated plastic pollution, what we're doing right now is not enough. And that is why it is so important to have behavioral change at an individual and community level.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Hannah, for adding that policy and local context. It really helps connect the bigger picture to what's happening around us. And it makes me realize that while technological solutions and government policies are important, our day-to-day choices still matter a lot. And every plastic straw, bag, or takeaway container we use eventually contributes to the problem. It's not only about distant oceans or remote ecosystems, but it's also about the air we breathe and the food we eat and the communities that we live in and depend on.
Very well said. Please return to your seat, Kelly.
Thank you.
So, microplastics are tiny, but they are literally everywhere. And they are already beginning to affect our health, environment, and communities in ways that we don't often notice. Because they are so small and invisible, it is often easy to forget that they exist. But research has shown that they are present in our water, our food, and even in the air around us. If nothing changes, our planet as we know it may become permanently altered. Countless ecosystems will be changed forever. Marine environments, soil systems, and food chains are all connected, which means that the impact of microplastics do not stay in one place. Over time, these particles accumulate and their effects grow more serious and harder to reverse. That is why it is so important for the younger generation to take action. Solving this issue cannot depend only on government, scientists, or new technology. Individual responsibility reality matters as well. Even small actions can make a difference when they are practiced consistently and widely used. Using less plastic, recycling properly, and supporting better waste management policies may seem simple, but together these actions add up. Many people feel like making a change is difficult, or that one person's effort is too small to matter. But in reality, meaningful change often starts with small but intentional choices in our daily routines. When these choices are repeated by many people, they can influence habits, demands, and eventually policy. So, there are many simple actions that we can take, such as carrying reusable bags, using reusable water bottles, refusing single-use straws, participating in cleanup drives. All of this can help reduce plastic waste. Just as important is showing what you learn about microplastics to your friends and family. So awareness plays a key role, and often awareness can spread faster than pollution itself. We may never get to zero plastics. Plastics are deeply embedded in our daily lives. However, we can minimize unnecessary waste and manage plastic more responsibly. Protecting our planet will require cooperation from individuals, industries, and governments working together towards the same goal. Only through this combined effort can we move towards a sustainable future where microplastics no longer threaten our health, our environment, or our daily lives.
Doctor, yes. Yeah, learning this made me rethink how I live. It feels heavy, like one person can't do much. But that same thought is also kind of hopeful. You know, small, consistent change by many people can actually build up into something large.
Yeah, exactly, Kylie. So remember this: tiny particles, big impact. But tiny actions, big changes.